Friends, happy International Yoga Day and welcome back to my channel Soothing Yoga with Medina. Today we will be focusing on connectivity, on celebration of this wonderful day that millions of people are observing today, and I invite you just to open your heart and open your mind to the possibilities and to the big scale, right? So we will go into flow as usual, first from breath work, then we will get into warm up, then interesting standing sequence, and then we're going to cool down and get into our Shavasana. And as usual, I would like to make a disclaimer that if you feel pain or discomfort at any point, please have a rest in child's pose, in tabletop, or whatever other pose you feel is appropriate for you, as long as yoga serves you, not you serving the yoga. Right? So, as usual, let's just sit in any comfortable position with our spine being long, our knees being in Sukhasana, an easy pose, or maybe in front of you, anything that feels really nice for you today, as long as your spine is long and you're able to become aware of your breath and of the movement of your breath. So we will do as usual the Ujjayi breath, and then we will get into three-part body breath. So close your eyes for now, just inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through nose, exhale through the mouth. And now on the exhale, you do it through the nose by constricting your throat. So you will do the Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, constricting your mouth, your throat. Inhale through nose. Exhale, constricting your throat. All right, and then we're going to do the three-part breath. It will be easier for you if you place your hand on the belly, the other hand on the chest around your heart area, so that you can trace the movement of the breath. On the inhale, take the air in as if you're like the balloon is getting bigger. Expand your chest, feel it in your throat, and then exhale, going down throat, chest, and decreasing air in the belly. Again, inhale, expand, belly, chest, throat. Exhale, diminish, go down through your throat, chest, and belly. All right, let's get to the warm-up of our neck. On the inhale, sit, lengthen your spine, sit straight. Exhale, drop your head to the right shoulder, releasing your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop your head to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your head to the right, and make a couple of slow round movements against the clock, and then clockwise, just to really warm up your neck. And on the inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, squeeze them and sort of make this circular motion as usual. Yeah, we're warming up our shoulders. Inhale up, exhale, move them forward. Inhale, move all of your hands behind you. Feel the strength. Inhale up, hands moving forward as if you're swimming. forward. On the inhale, place your right hand on the floor, left hand above your head, and exhale, side bend. Inhale to center, exhale, side bend. Nice, feel the stretch in your side. You don't need to bend your hand yet. Inhale to center, exhale to the side, and then place your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you. Lengthen your spine on the inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist a bit further, overlooking your right shoulder. And on the inhale, center. Exhale to the left hand side. Place your hands on the mat and transfer into tabletop pose in here. So as usual, on the tabletop, your hands are right under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. On the inhale, look up, open your chest, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, look at your belly. Inhale, bend out. Exhale, round your spine. Well done. One more time in your own rhythm with the breath. You can use the Ujjayi breath here. On the inhale, you're going to push yourself further by adjusting your knees into child's pose, into comfortably wide position. And then exhale, push yourself away from the top of your mat towards your feet so that your bum is on your feet, on your heels. So it's a active stretch of your arms and of your shoulders and of your back. You can place your forehead on the floor, hands with just fingertips or fully to your elbows on the floor. On the inhale, push yourself up into tabletop. And then there's an option of staying in here or maybe even further pushing yourself on the exhale to downward facing dog. And since this is our first dog, so be really careful, walk your feet here, don't do anything crazy just yet. On the inhale, step your feet to your hands, and on the exhale, gently roll up your spine. We're gonna get into sun salutations. I found myself on the wrong side of the mat, but that's okay. So on the inhale, raise your hands up, look into the sky. Exhale, forward fold, feet hip distance apart. You can bend your knees here. Inhale, halfway lift with your back being parallel to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra, full cobra, or a baby cobra. Inhale and exhale into downward facing dog, or an option of keeping your knees on the floor here. Right? On the inhale, rise on the balls of your feet. Exhale, step them into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gently stand up. Exhale, release your hands in prayer, following our breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a bit if you want. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale to lower with an option of dropping your knees first. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop. Inhale, rise on the balls of the feet. Exhale, jump or step forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gently stand up. Exhale, release your hands in prayer. One more time, we're warming up here and getting in line with our breath. Inhale, looking up into the sky. Hands up. Exhale, forward fold, deeper this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank your hands. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra, looking up into the sky, keeping your elbows close to you. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop. You can stretch yourself further in here. Whatever feels good. Remember, the downward facing dog is about creating the reversed V shape with your body. So try to keep your legs straight and your knees, and your heels aiming towards the floor. Your hands are wide enough because you're pushing yourself away, both with your feet and with your hands at the same time. Your head is between your hands. On the inhale, rise on the balls of the feet. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, gently stand up. Exhale, release these hands in prayer. Well done. We're gonna get into mountain pose, and you keep your feet hip distance apart from each other, and just open your palms facing forward. Just follow your breath. Notice it. Notice your heartbeat, your body warming up. And maybe you can do this 3-part breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now step sort of in the middle, with your feet closer to each other. We're gonna get into tree pose from here. So shift all of your weight into the left hand side, and your right side is loose. You can do anything you want really with your hand and your feet. What you're gonna do here is either you will step your foot diagonally on the floor, or let me show you, or you will keep your heel on your shin, and your toes will be on the floor. Maybe all of your foot will be on the shin, or you might want to place your foot on the thigh if that's in your practice, or if you want to try it today. The trick here is actually helping with your hand really first, and maybe bending your knee because you don't want to overload it. So stay here for one more breath. Inhale, feel strong through your leg, and exhale through the nose. Not only stay where you are on the inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Exhale, step into warrior one. Step your right foot behind you. Your left foot is in front of you. Your back foot is sealed right on warrior one, and your front leg is in like a straight angle, and then You place your arms above you, perhaps looking up into the sky. Your hands are engaged, they're strong all the way through. Your palms are strong, you're looking up, engaging your core. If you want more balance, you want more distance between sort of your legs. Stay for one more breath here. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna get into warrior two from here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, turn to your right side. And by turning to your right side, now you turn your hips as well as you, but your gaze is still forward, overlooking the tips of your fingers, right? You're looking forward, your hands are straight, they're strong, and you try to like bend your knee and get a bit lower on the exhale. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, to the side, stretch. Let me show you from this side. We're doing the side stretch by either keeping your palm on your knee and your right hand is above you, making like a straight line in here. The back foot is sealed. Or you place your hand on the mat like that, pushing away your knee. That's a bit more challenging. Or maybe even you interlace your hands behind and overlooking into the sky. So you would interlace like that. Looking up into the sky. Inhale, exhale, then frame your foot on the inhale, exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra, and tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up, balls of the feet, exhale, step forward. Now inhale, slowly rise, exhale, release your hands in prayer. I know it wasn't easy, but you're doing well. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Now place all of your weight on the right hand side. Your left side is just swinging around. Yeah, let's catch our breath. Just swinging, and we are either placing it diagonally or partially on the shin and on the floor, only on the shin, or maybe even all of your foot goes on your heel today, right? To keep the balance, it helps to find a drishti, like a point which is not moving, and keep your gaze there, as well as use your breath. Let's do one more breath here. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, bring your hands in front into prayer. Exhale, step your left foot behind you into warrior one. So the right foot is in front and it's bent, right? It's bent. You can still see your toes. Your other leg, your left leg, is sealed and it's facing sort of 45-degree angle, if that's available. You're facing forward, hips are shining forward, and your hands are up into the sky or into prayer position. Keep it wider if you need to keep, if you're struggling with the balance. Let's spend one more breath here. Inhale, exhale. On the inhale, lengthen, exhale, release into warrior two by facing now your left side. So inhale here, push yourself down further. Exhale, overlooking the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Place your hand on the palm side, stretch. Place your hand on your knee by making like a line with your foot and with your hand, or perhaps placing your hand on the floor, or maybe even interlacing your hands behind you. So that would look something like that, and looking up into the sky. One more breath here. Inhale, exhale, frame your foot. Inhale with the plank, exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Just catch up with your breath. Enjoy the dog. It's a resting pose. You did very well. On the inhale, raise your right. Since I'm mirroring you, sorry, I have to move around to demonstrate certain things, but you don't move around, you stay where you are. On the inhale, raise your right foot into three-leg dog. Exhale, step it in between your arms. Gonna get into high lunge, or there's a option of keeping it a low lunge by releasing your knee on the floor and untucking your foot. I would prefer high lunge, so I keep my left foot straight. On the inhale, go up, perhaps even looking up, or if you're in the low lunge, you really are pushing yourself down, feeling the stretch in your thighs as well as maybe in your spine if you are rounding it ideally. And if you're in the high lunge, you interlace your fingers and looking up into the sky. Inhale, a bit lift, exhale, release. On the inhale, walk your right foot a bit towards the outer part of your mat, making it wider. We're going to get into lizard. On the exhale, place your hands on the mat and just play around it. Make circles with your hips as much as feels comfortable. On the inhale, place your hands a bit higher, sort of stretching your spine. Exhale, get a bit deeper on your palms, or maybe even on your elbows, and spend one breath here. Inhale and exhale. Well done. On the inhale, straighten your left leg, getting yourself ready to get into full plank by swinging your right foot and lower. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath here. On the inhale, rise. Don't rise on the both of the feet. On the inhale, take your left leg up into three-leg dog. And on the exhale, place it in between your arms. And either keep it in the low lunge by dropping your right knee, or keep it in, get yourself ready to high lunge. On the inhale, rise up with your hands in prayer, perhaps bending yourself a bit further to the back. On the inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. On the inhale, step your left foot a bit further outside of the mat to make it wider. And just move yourself in circles here, preparing yourself for the lizard pose. All right. On the inhale, stay straight. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. Go deeper on your palms, further down the mat, or maybe placing your elbows on the mat. Let's spend one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, place your hands on the mat. Exhale, straighten your left leg, your right leg, sorry. Getting yourself on the inhale. Shoot your left leg and swing it back into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. That was the hardest part. So we're almost done. We're gonna get into the cooling off part. So inhale, rise on the balls of the feet. Exhale, step yourself into forward fold. Get your knees wider. On the inhale, on the exhale, release your upper body. Put all the weight on your upper body and hold yourself by the opposite elbows in the ragdoll pose. You can bend your knees here. Just really relax your spine. Ease yourself into this pose. Maybe swinging from side to side, dancing. On the inhale, place your hands on the mat. Exhale, sit yourself into the squat as deep as you can, as feels comfortable. On the inhale, place your hands in prayer. Again, let me show you. So you're in ragdoll, then you're in ragdoll, you place your hands on the mat. On the exhale, you squat yourself, and then you place your hands in prayer and push your knees away with your elbows. For just one more breath, inhale, exhale. Well done. And on the inhale, place your hands behind you, and exhale, sort of preparing yourself for the reverse tabletop. Exhale, push yourself into reverse tabletop by adjusting your hands, which would be palms facing towards the body. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release first your bum on the floor towards your hands, and then straighten your feet in front of you. And we're now in the staff pose. Just breathe in here. Feel your body. Feel the stretch. Feel your legs, your spine. Place your hands next to your hips. Put your palms next to your hips. Your legs are straight. And on the inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push with your thighs to the floor. It's an active engagement of core and your thighs and your glutes as well. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push. Well done. We're going to get into seated forward fold. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, seated forward fold. Try to reach your toes as much as you can, or maybe the shins, just as long as you really feel the stretch, gentle stretch in your spine. It should be a nice sweet feeling in there. Tuck your chin in. One more breath here. Inhale, Exhale, going a bit deeper. And on the inhale, walk your hands back to the center. Exhale, get yourself into a laying down pose. And just bring your knees to your chest and do some rolling circular movements to massage your spine. It's been working hard today. And then the other direction. On the inhale, bring your right knee towards your chest. Release your left leg into straight one and just stretch it for now. On the inhale, bring it closer. Exhale, turn it toward the left side and turn your head and your arm into the right side. A stretch here. On the inhale, bring it back to the center. Change your legs. On the exhale, and just push it further towards your chest, your left knee towards your left chest. On the inhale, push it further. On the exhale, release it into the right side, and you're overlooking the left side towards your left arm. And feeling this twist in your spine and in your shoulders as well. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, bring it back to the center. Make the last stretches that you need before the Shavasana. And on the exhale, release yourself. And again, I'm gonna face you this way. And I will also prepare a pillow for myself. So get yourself in comfortable position by placing your feet the sides of the mat. Your palms are facing upwards. Your face, your neck is relaxed. Your body is relaxed. And we're going to spend just a few minutes here doing the body scan and integrating our practice into today's beautiful day, beautiful celebration of the International Yoga Day and the summer solstice. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale, feel your feet. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, feel your shins and your calves. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, become aware of your knees. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, become aware of your thighs. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, feel your glutes. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, feel your belly, expanding your ribs, your throat. Exhale, release any tension in there. Inhale, feel your spine all the way up. Exhale, relax it into the mat. Feel the support of the mat. Inhale, become aware of your arms and hands. Exhale, relax them and feel the support. Inhale, feel your neck and your head and your face. Exhale, relax them fully. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, place your hands above your head, make a stretch on the exhale, and relax. Inhale, place your hands above your chest. Exhale, interlace your feet above you. Inhale, push yourself up into seated prayer pose, into Sukhasana, sorry. And exhale, release. Inhale, hands up above your head. Exhale, release them into prayer. Let me face you, brother. Namaste. Thank you so much. Happy International Yoga Day. I hope you felt more energized, more connected.